Hello everyone, welcome to Tech Support. I'm Jade Lee. Today I'm gonna show you guys how to make a particle trail with wiping text in Adobe After Effects. After you see the welcome screen, just click New Project and make a new composition. And make a name you want and make sure the background color is black. The first thing we want to do is create the path of your particle trail. Layer, new layer, and make the Null object layer. And we are gonna use the pen tool to draw the path. So just left click on the left and then left click on the right. And then copy the mask under the Null one and paste it to the position in transform. So you can see the line is actually moving, but you don't want the line actually showing up. So we are gonna delete the mask, and by dragging the key point, you can decide how long your video gonna be, and I'm gonna make it 2 seconds. Next thing is create the optical flare layer and make sure your background color is black. So click Effects and Optical Flares to add optical flare in. Click Options so you can decide how you want it to be looked at, but I'm just gonna use glow in this video. So I'm gonna clear out and make some adjustments. I'm gonna change the color to pink and make it not that shiny. And then hit OK when you're done. So we want the optical flare moving along the trail we just made, and how to do that? You see the position XY under the optical flare. You copy the position in your Null object and paste it to the position XY. So now you can see it's moving along the path you just created. So the next thing we want to do is add the particle trail layer. So you just clicked another solid layer and make sure the background color is black too. We're gonna name it particle with this layer. And how to add particle to this layer is you click Effect, Simulation, and CC Particle World. And we want to remove all the grid and guides. We don't need it. And under the physics, you can change the velocity to 0 and the gravity to 0. Make it like a little dot of particles. And the next thing we want to do is let the particle moving along the trail too, but it is now the same as we did for the one we did for the optical flare. So under the CC particle world producer, you find position X and Y. You want to parallel to the Null one too, but for this one we are gonna add explanation, and I have it ready right here, and you will find it in the description of this video. So you want to just copy the X explanation and paste it to the position X. And how to add explanation is Option Shift equal in Mac system. And for the position Y, you do the same, just copy and paste it to the explanation. So by doing that, you can see now the particle is actually following the optical flare and like moving along your trail. So like what's next is just depend on how you want your particles like. So you can change the burst color and the dash color and the particle type. And for my video, I used bubbles and then changed the burst color to pinkish and the dash color to like greenish color, so like there are more difference between them. You can also change the burst size and dash size. It doesn't really matter, it just depends on how you want it to look like. The last thing we want to do is add text. So how to do that is you click Layer, New Layer, Text, and just type in the text you want. And under the character, you can change the font and how big your text is. And you want to make sure you select all your text when you want to make a change. So I'm gonna move it to the center. And we want to add the wiping effect to our text layer. And how to do that is you find the effects and presets on the right. It's above the character. And you type in linear and find linear web and just drag it to the text layer. And it's applied. And under the effect, you can find it. And there are two key points. So by adjusting those two key points, you can adjust like when your text gonna show up. So I'm just gonna adjust them a little bit. So in order to make the wiping effect smoothly, you can add some feather to it. So I'm gonna make it to 150. So you can tell the difference. And the next thing we want to do is we want the text appear with the particle trail and disappear by itself. So how to do that is add another key point. So for the third key point, you want to change it to 100% under the transition completion. But you can see it's like appear from the left to the right, but disappear from the right to the left. So how to change it? It's you change the wipe angle And for the first two key points, you want to keep the wipe angle negative 90 degrees. But for the last one, you want to change it to positive 90 degrees. So after doing that, you can see it disappears from the left to the right. So another thing we can do to make the wiping smoothly is change the text transform opacity. So I'm gonna do, for the first key point, I'm gonna change the opacity to 30%. And when the whole text show up, I'm gonna change it back to 100%. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. And you can drag the key point, make another, like other changes, depends on how you want it to be look like. And under the preview section, you can play your video and to see what your video look like. This has been tech support with Jade about particle trail and wiping text. I hope it's helpful, and thanks for watching.